This is Matt from the Dice of the Round Table. Thanks for joining in. This is a painting table update for June 22nd. I had to double check where I left off with the last video. Some interesting progress, at least I consider it interesting for me. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Waiting for 200 subscribers. Thanks to all, and shout out to all those that have joined the channel. We're up to 82 at the moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and let's get to the table. So I'll start what's in this box. I finished off my British commission, and the basing material came in, and it came out really well. Nothing outstanding, but it does give it the desert look. Some little different gradations in the mix, so you can get some light dark elements in it, but it went on really well, and even as you can see in here, mounded a little bit where I wanted it to give some texture. I'm working on the German 109s. I'm doing this paint scheme where it's an Air War blue underbelly, this tannish on the top. It's a Luftwaffe Marine. I'm using the Vallejo Air War guides. So right now I'm waiting on the decals because I'm not using the stickers that come with Blood Red Skies. I'm going to put some decals on here and really do these up, and that'll help break up this brown. So these are on hold off to the side. I used my makeshift wet palette to paint up some Space Marines. The War Game painter inspired me to do some mixing of paints. So this is what happens when you use purple, orange, the off-white spaceship exterior, and white, and 4 different layers with a makeup brush. I primed these black and then did a dusting from up and above of Citadel, Citadel Wraithbone and Citadel Gray, the Gray Seer, and this is what I came up with. Base coated it on pure purple, and I think I really like how this gradiated out. So this is just the base coat. I'm going to do the gear and the Imperial wings and some other edging, and I'm feeling I'm going to use a green and purple. Right now I'm thinking about I'm going to test it out, maybe a bright green or go with the green skin green. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to test out some color matching, and I need to figure out what the color. This is the Primaris Lieutenant and how he came out. There was one oops, that's this one back here, this Reaver, and I went a little too far on the colors, so he's just going to stand out. Hopefully it'll wash out in the end. This was my original test. I think he came out the best. I think I went a little too far on some of the other ones. Here's the dual plasma wielders. But I definitely enjoyed doing this Zenithal highlight approach. So I'm going to see where these guys end up. But so you can get a view of what's on the table. So it's going to be a different approach. I've never done this before, so it's going to be a test batch of all these, because I know some people say do one test model. I'm going to do this batch. I did write down the recipe I'm using on the wet palette, and I'm just going to see how these turn out as a unit, or 3 units, and see what happens. Thanks for checking in. Leave any comments, questions, any tips on what I'm doing. I will take it. And this was just dry brushing over the Zenithal. I'm stoked. The color is just different. It's not one of my normal go-to. I usually do purple green, purple blue, lots of complementary colors like that. This just kind of like painting the Romans, all red, just something different. But I didn't want red Space Marines. I didn't want Ultramarines either. I had them years ago. I wanted something different. I looked up the, it was like the Space Marines, it was like Hawk or something. chapter and it was all purple, and it's like, it's a nice stark purple, but I wanted something that I could try this technique and doing the zenithal and the variation of the shade with dry brushing, and I don't know, I'll get some inspiration, I hope so. My wife originally thought it was like, they're brown. I'm like, kind of mauve-ish, but we'll see how this turns out. Anyway, this is going long. Thanks for watching, and I'll check you out later.